What's good, people? I'm back. Been gone for quite some time. Been working a lot, but I found me some spare time. What's good, everybody? We finally here for the NBA Finals. That's right. The Warriors have made the finals. A lot has been going down. I haven't been able to record like I would like to, but I finally have a brief window. So I really want to break down this Warriors Celtics NBA Finals series. I'm also going to have some more content as far as the Warriors making the finals and how big that is. I gotta say, I'm very excited for this finals. You're seeing two of the best defenses in the NBA go at each other. I think the Celtics are a very versatile defense. That's where they hang their hat on. I think the Warriors have the better offense. I think they still hang their hat on defense, but their offense is just as explosive, almost. So to me, this is a great yin-yang chess match. You have great defensive-minded coaches in Kerr and Udoka, and you have superstar caliber players, caliber as in Steph Curry and Tatum, which I don't think Tatum is a superstar, but he can give you nights where he can explode and play like one. You know what I mean? So to me, this is going to be a really good series. Obviously, as a Warriors fan, I'm going for the Warriors, but I really want to break down the matchup first. So I think that from the Dallas Mavericks series, people are finally putting respect on the Warriors' interior presence, because every round of the playoffs, it's been the Warriors have nothing on the interior. They have no rim protection. They can't do this or that. Kevon Looney has been spectacular in the minutes that he's played in switch defense. He's been really, really good there, but also as an offensive rebounder and a screener in the Warriors offense, he has been able to create some of the crispest open looks for the Warriors offense, on top of doing all the dirty work that gets other people going. And for the Warriors to win this series, I think Kevon Looney is going to have to be impactful. I think if the Celtics want to win, they have to find a way to make Kevon Looney almost unplayable on the court. I'm curious to see how that goes, because typically when basketball teams play each other, they hunt the switch on the big, because if you have a star guard or a star perimeter player, hunting the switch on the big means you're going up against someone who's slower than you, who can't really play great man-to-man defense on you in the switch action. However, the Warriors are inverse. Their guards are not as good as their bigs when it comes down to defense. So the way the Warriors play defense, you can hunt that switch all day. It's not going to be as easy as you think it will be. On top of the fact that they don't always play the same defense. They can go box and one. They can go 3-2 zone. They can go 1-1-2. Like, they have multiple different styles of defense that they can really throw at you. And they don't give you the same looks every single time down the court. So that's going to be very interesting. So my X factor, and like, I have 3 X factors on both teams. For the Warriors, my X factors are Kevon Looney for all the reasons I just mentioned. Jordan Poole is my second X factor. His offensive creation, on top of his ability to get to the basket, I'm very curious what he'll be able to do against a more physical defense. If you notice in both the Grizzlies and the tail end of the Nuggets series, when they put longer, taller, stronger defenders on Jordan Poole, he had moments where he was struggling and he would get in foul trouble early, which really nullified his offensive impact. I'm really curious to see how he's going to be able to stay consistent in his role and give you that top level of production. And my third X factor, which a lot of people might laugh at, but I'm being serious about this, Gary Payton. I'm not sure how many minutes he's going to be able to play off of his injury, but he's worked himself back. I'm very happy to see him have the opportunity to play basketball on the biggest stage. But the reason why I bring his name up is, A, he is a really, really good defender. A lot of people sleep on Gary Payton. They don't exactly know who he is. They mainly know his dad for his Hall of Fame career. Like, Gary Payton II is a really good defender. But on top of that, even offensively, he gives you a lot as a lob threat, as a roller in the short roll, and also he can knock down spot up threes in the corner. And that type of versatility that he gives you is extremely valuable. So I'm very curious to see exactly how good he'll be, because they can run lineups where they have Wiggins and Gary Payton playing together, and you can have Andrew Wiggins on Jason Tatum, and you can put Gary Payton on Brown. And that really can muck things up and make things harder for the Celtics offense. And if the Celtics offense is stagnant against the Golden State Warriors, and the Warriors are getting steals, which Gary Payton is excellent at generating, and they're getting high quality looks off of transition threes or cuts to the basket in transition, that is going to create a lot of positives for their offense. So to me, Gary Payton is going to be a big X factor on what he's able to contribute if he can play. My last X factor, wait, no, that's cap. I already named 3. Let's get to the Celtics. Okay, first off, number 1, I'm a Warriors fan, right? We all know this. I put respect on the Boston Celtics. I do. Their entire path, they beat the Nets. I didn't really believe in the Nets like that. I didn't think that they were a good team. I thought the Celtics were just a flat out better team. Against the Bucks, even though there was no Chris Middleton, it was still a very tough contested series, and they were able to play really good defense to grind it out, and they fought through adversity, having to win Game 6 and Game 7. So shout out to the Celtics for that. And then going up against the Miami Heat, even though they were hobbled, they still overcame a strong defense and won that. So much respect to the Celtics. But to me, in this series, the 3 X factors, Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is the number 1 X factor for me. And it's primarily because of his defense that he can play, as far as being a very positive screen navigator in the pick and roll, but also his role with chasing down Curry off of screens, and then offensively, his shot IQ. He's had moments in the playoffs where he's had brilliant shot IQ, been a really good playmaker, and has been a great cog for their offense, but he's had other moments where he is settling for threes, he's turned the ball over, he's not making great choices with the ball. It depends on the Marcus Smart that they get for the Celtics to win this series. I really do, because to me, he's going to have to be a big player alongside Derek White at the point of attack to give them a great chance to beat Golden State. My number 2 X factor is Jaylen Brown. And I say Jaylen Brown because Jaylen Brown has been good in this playoffs, yes, but his consistency as far as not being a turnover machine, being able to control his dribble better, and also his downhill ability, I need him to be as consistent in that as possible, because if Jaylen Brown is doing that, regardless of what Tatum is giving you, he is going to be able to go at the Warriors' weakness, attack the basket. The Warriors want you to shoot all of these threes, to shoot all of these jump shots. They want teams to try to turn things into a jump shooting battle with them, because the Warriors know that they can win that way, they can outshoot you, and they can get to the paint easier. So if Jaylen Brown is doing what he's supposed to do as the number 2 option on this team, then that can make a very significant impact in this playoff series. So Jaylen Brown is an easy number 2 X factor for me for the Boston Celtics. And the third X factor for me is between Rob Will / Al Horford. I'm going to focus on Rob Will first, though. Rob Will is not 100%. We all know this. But I think when it comes down to it, Rob Will is going to have to be not only disciplined, but he's going to have to be used to being more mobile on the perimeter. I understand he has that capability, but doing it to the degree that Golden State is going to ask him to do it is a lot different, because Rob Will and Al Horford to a certain degree like to play drop coverage. And that's cool and all, but we have Draymond at the top of the key and you're sagging off in drop. When he does a dribble handoff with Steph, Steph's going to be wide open. So it's going to be very dependent on A, Marcus Smart to be the guy who's navigating over the screen, but B, for Rob Will to be able to show and hedge as much as possible. That's going to be very significant. So I'm very curious to see how that happens. And if there's a moment where Rob Will becomes unplayable, which I don't think he'll be that bad, but if that does happen, they're going to need Al Horford to slide in to play good minutes as a 5-man, which I believe he's capable of doing. He does have the size and the IQ to be very impactful, but we don't know. So to me, that front court defense for the Boston Celtics is really the third X factor of the series. And to kind of get to the next portion of this video, which I really want to focus on, the legacy implications for both teams. So I'll say this. For Golden State to be where they are, to have gone to the finals, 6 times in 8 years. This is a very big finals. Obviously, if they're able to win the title, this will be the 4th championship for Steph, Draymond, Klay Thompson, like significant stuff. You also will see Steph probably get another finals MVP. No, sorry, his first finals MVP if they win. And I don't know how to feel about that, because if he wins, is that supposed to validate the rest of his career? Oh, he won a finals MVP, so now Steph Curry? No. I think Steph Curry is Steph Curry regardless if he wins a finals MVP or not. Like, to me, that's just adding to his resume, but that's not validating what his career has been. I don't think a finals MVP is needed to validate Steph Curry's career, but it would be nice for him to get. And then on the Boston side of things, obviously this is big, because if Jason Tatum is able to win a championship this young, then that means, in my opinion, he played at a superstar level and he was able to overcome that hump. And for Boston, this idea that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum cannot play together, that is forever solidified as a not true ideal, because they both were able to win a championship playing together. So that would be so significant for the Boston Celtics, and also would give them a lot of experience and a lot of faith in themselves moving forward as a tandem for the next 3 to 5 years in the East. So to me, that would be very significant. Also, Coach Udoka, you know what I'm saying? A black rookie head coach coming in, winning the championship. That would be so big for him. So there's a lot of positives here. Also, Al Horford playing the most playoff series of any player in the NBA to never make the finals, and you finally win the finals. I would be so happy for him. So as a Warriors fan, that's where I will like draw the lines of all these things. But the other thing that we haven't talked about yet is the implications that this could have for the Warriors moving forward. Because if they're able to win a championship, I personally believe, and you don't have to agree with this, but I personally believe if they're able to win a championship, that the Warriors front office is going to absorb the luxury cap of how much money they're going to have to pay. And I think they will be willing to hold on to Wiggins and Poole if they're able to capture a championship. Because that shows that we're not just paying all this extra money for a good team that can make the finals but not win. We're paying for a winner to keep a winner together. And I think in that type of scenario, they would do that. But if they lose, I think to get under that luxury cap, they would probably let go one of Wiggins or a Poole. It would probably be Wiggins out of the door, which to me would significantly make the Warriors a worse team because of how productive and valuable he's been at the point of attack as a wing defender who can again give you 16 to 17 points, knock down 3-point shots, and play excellent, almost all NBA caliber defense at the POA. They would be at a loss there. So I do think this finals is very important for multiple reasons. But I'm going to have more videos coming out in the future. I've been working like 10 to 12 hour shifts, y'all. So it hasn't been easy. But things are starting to look up. I wanted to drop this video to address y'all. Again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that. And y'all let me know who you have in the finals today. I will be doing a Twitter Spaces stream on it at halftime and also post game. I might even do a Twitch stream where we're watching it live on Twitch, twitch.tv/GiftedxBlade below there. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. Enjoy basketball. Ignore the narratives for now and just watch the hoop that we're gonna watch, because the Celtics and the Warriors are both really good teams. So seeing this finals matchup, this should be a really good NBA finals. So appreciate it, because after this is done, there's not going to be any more NBA for a couple months. So appreciate what you got, please. But without further ado, I'm going to head out. I appreciate the support. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace.